30 banded glue bridges. What is this? But I'm launching merch. One, hold it. Ripsky dipsky. I'm sorry, I underestimated you. 20 at that weight was a lot. We had to take a little bit of an intermission. Last time I was visiting home a few months ago, I found this stack of workouts and I thought, what a better time than to go through and try one of them today and leave my little rating and review, just see what the vibe was, see what I was doing back then, and seeing what I would do differently, what I would change, knowing now what I know now, what I've learned, my experience, etc. over the years. I don't know when I actually wrote these because none of them are dated, but I'm almost positive these were back in 2020 because that's when I was living here last, like full time. But it's honestly kind of cute because this was back in the day when I used to write out every workout. Aww, I don't do that no more. Okay, a part of me wants to pick this anonymously so I don't biasly pick a workout that I want to do, but some of these I'm like, I do not want to do that right now. Ooh, duck walks. TBT. I think I'm gonna pull out all the leg workouts and then pick one. And this was written on the back of my Spanish homework. So this was definitely 2020 when I was still finishing college. Shuffle it, shuffle it, shuffle it. Oh, the Spanish homework. All right, 5 sets of 30 banded glue bridges. What is this? Sidewalks, 4 sets or 45 seconds. 4 sets of 30 elevated glute bridge single legs, RDLs. Okay, this is not even a workout. I'm gonna be honest with everybody. What is this? I don't even have the sets and reps at the bottom. Why am I finishing with an RDL and a sumo deadlift? What's going on? Guys, can I redraw? That's not even a workout. I used to rock in the bottom headphones on when I was baby. Oh, I can't even make this up. I pulled the one that I wanted to do. Woohoo! I literally wrote this on the back of my abroad homework. Okay, great. For a little pick-me-up, I'm gonna take the one and only, the infamous OxyShed, my favorite. This is actually my favorite flavor too. It's passion fruit. My dad, Mikey, stole this flavor from me, even though it's my favorite flavor ever. But sharing is caring. All right, this actually got a little moist. This definitely is moist in there for some reason. I guess we're gonna do a non-stim today. This is Kiss My Peach. This is definitely my preferred pre-workout because it's very mild. It's like subtle is how I describe it, but it's super effective. Like it does everything you want a pre-workout to do, but without feeling like you're crawling out of your skin or that like you're itchy or anxious or like it doesn't have any of that. It's like all the perks of pre-workout. Code LIFTIT10 will save you money, and don't forget that you can save up to 50% off of their little Halloween bundles from now until the end of the month. Also, I'm not sure if you guys noticed the fit, but I'm launching merch, and this is one of the pieces. It's super cute. It's in this like orchid purple color, and it has my little Live Fit butterfly up in the center of the chest. This is the largest size, well, not the largest size, but I got an extra large, and it's very large, but I actually really think it's super cute because low-key you could wear it as a dress, but like with biker shorts, obviously, or with leggings underneath, it looks really cute with like boots. So I love it, and this is the back. Super cute, super fun and fresh, like huge major graphic on the back. It's so freaking cute, but I need to shred it because I'm hot, but it even looks really cute with this purple set. We have a little monochromatic moment, love it. But these are available for pre-order if you would like to get one for yourself. I also have a light blue t-shirt as well, same design though, just in light blue, and it's a t-shirt. Both are from the brand Comfort Colors, which is goated in my opinion. I was super intentional with picking those out. All right, time to get to work. 5 sets. I just want to know why. I'm just kidding. I know 5 sets isn't that much, but I just am like, 5 sets on a superset. All right, let's just get to work. Ooh, do I even have a band actually to do fire hydrants? Ripsky dipsky. I'm not even kidding. I think all of our bands have since ripped. Maybe I could do it on the cables. Bands make good dance. If I'm being honest, I'm a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie, this is an measly excuse for a barbell pad, so I think I'm gonna try to put this on there and hopefully that's gonna help the situation. There was actually a pretty brutal set of hip thrusts. We do not have a proper barbell pad here, and I tried to like double them and put a towel. Was like sliding all around. I think I'm gonna try it with a yoga mat next, since I also don't have a band, and try to do those fire hydrants with the cable machine. But I'm actually gonna start super light. Ow, wait, this is gonna work. Booyah. Let's try a little heavier. Yeah, you're definitely gonna wanna come out from the cable a little bit. Core nice and tight, spine nice and neutral, keeping my ankle in line with my knee, and I'm basically just sweeping my knee out to the side, and you should be feeling it in this outer portion of the glute. Try not to have momentum be carrying you through too much. Try to have it be slow and controlled and intentional. That was actually like really good, really nice. 2, 3, 2, 1, hold it. Whew. Finally done with that horrendous superset. I just was so not stoked on it. I just felt like I was over it, like after the second set. Except I have to say, those fire hydrants on the cable machine, I actually love those. Definitely gonna do those like more often. I felt like for the hip thrust, I just wasn't, it's like nowhere, I don't wanna say it's nowhere near, but that's not really my max. So realistically, I should have been doing sets of 15 to compensate, but I didn't. Only the last set I did 15. But I just felt like it wasn't super difficult for me because it wasn't that heavy, but I wasn't going that heavy because I don't have an actual good barbell pad. Yes, the yoga mat helped a lot, but you guys, I'm telling you, if you're someone who's like really trying to up your weight with hip thrusts and you're like not able to, or you really experience pain on your hips, it's not normal. You don't have to like live like that. I'm telling you, an actual legitimate barbell pad does wonders. Like, you should not be feeling hip pain, really, no matter how heavy you're going, within reason. But like for me, I've gone up to like 365 pounds and I'm not feeling it on my hips when I have an actual proper barbell pad. Next we have cable glute pull-throughs, 3 sets of 12. Oh wait, no. Side lunges, 3 sets of 12, superset with back extensions, 3 sets of 20. We had to take a little bit of an intermission. I'm pretty hungry. I had such a measly, just low satisfying breakfast, and it just like wasn't cutting it, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna wait till lunch. And then I was just like, F it, I'm hungry. So I had to go take an intermission and I had a snack. Currently finishing a snack. We're gonna get back to it. Quick little form run through is lunge to one side, but when I'm doing that, I'm pushing my hips back as well, because that's how we're gonna get more of a glute stretch here. So I'm not like kind of just crowding in on my toe. I'm sitting back and pushing my hips back. I'm also folding over a little bit just to get more of a glute stretch, and then I'm driving up through my heel, or you can picture it like you're trying to push the floor away. Oh, this is so much more comfortable. Okay, so now we're doing a glute biased back extension, but I didn't really realize that's what they were called at the time. Basically, what's gonna make this glute bias is our form. It's how we're performing the movement. I'm gonna use a plate here just for some added difficulty, but essentially you wanna tuck your chin to your chest, and this is one of the only exercises I tell people to round your back, because that's what's gonna help shift the emphasis away from your lower back and guide it more towards your glutes. So like I said, I'm tucking my chin, I'm coming down, and I'm gonna lead with my back. I kind of pretend like there's a string right in the center of my back that someone's pulling up. And so that's like the first part that's coming up that's forcing me to round my back, if that makes sense. Kind of like a rag doll or a puppet. I'm getting pulled up from the middle of my back, or you can pretend like someone's grabbing your sports bra strap and that's what's pulling you up. And then basically, of course, you're always gonna be squeezing your glutes. If you tend to feel it a lot in your hamstrings, try to have a little bend in your leg as well the whole time. That helps a lot. And I try to make sure that I'm kind of tucking my pelvis in. All of that is kind of one motion that helps to round your shoulders. So by tucking your pelvis, you inevitably kind of cave in, which is helping you activate your glutes and shift the focus away from your lower back by also rounding your upper back. So I hold the plate just here in front of me, and I come up, squeeze, pause for like a millisecond, and come back down. You will also feel it in your hamstrings, kind of inevitable, but again, get a bend in that leg if you're feeling it too much in your hamstrings. Oh, and not in your glutes. 12, 15, 20 is so many. 19, whew, 20. Oh, 20 at that weight was a lot. Last superset, finally, we're doing cable glute pull-throughs. I used to literally be obsessed with these. And then crab walks, which I forgot how much of an era this was for me. I don't know why I thought crab walks was like such an amazing exercise for building the legs. Like, don't ask me, but I thought it was like the key. So for the glute pull-throughs, I'm basically holding onto the rope attachment, and then you'll see the way I set it up, but it's basically coming through my legs. And for the crab walk, I'm using just a straight bar handle attachment. I think I need to actually take my rings off for this. I'm not gonna lie, these are still a good exercise to have in the exercise bank. I feel like maybe the TikTok form exercise police may not be liking this one, but I think this is a great one to have, especially on days where you're not wanting to lift really heavy and or you're sick of like normal stiff leg deadlift variations. This is a great exercise to keep in your back pocket on a rainy day. I'm basically standing over the cable, I'm straddling it, keeping my core nice and tight, and it's the same movement pattern as an RDL, so I'm basically gonna come down, keeping a nice straight flat back. My neck is nice and neutral. I have a bend in my leg to get more of a stretch in my glute and put more glute focus instead of hamstring focus. If you want more hamstrings, you would straighten your legs a little bit, but never lock out your knees. And then you're basically just coming up, driving through your heels and squeezing your glutes. You want to make sure that your hands are just hooks for the weight, and visualize your arms as just ropes that are attached to hooks that are then holding on to the weight, but you shouldn't be trying to pull up with your arms at all. Your arms are not bearing any of the weight. They are simply just little latches for your glutes to be able to do the work. So your upper body should be pretty much dead for the most part, but you should be feeling this in your glutes and your hamstring. Especially if you're more of a beginner and your strength isn't really up there, this is definitely still a really good exercise for you. That's super easy to load because it's just on the cables. Woo! Beware though, it is kind of annoying on the inner thighs. All right, next exercise was this crab walk. If you don't know what I mean, this is it. And I have 3 sets of 4 written down, which was definitely 4 like down and backs. So down and back is 1. And then I went forward. This really is just burning out the legs, if I'm being honest, the quads. But I'm trying to really sit back on my heels, keeping my core nice and tight. The quads are actually buttoned. Maybe this is why my quads used to be so much bigger. Holy smackerel, this hurts. Okay, I'm sorry, I underestimated you. Oh my goodness. That was brutal. I'm supposed to do 3 total sets of that? All right, mateys, that'll do it. All right, boys, we made it to the end of the workout. Less exercise, cable kickbacks, 3 sets of 15. I've been doing heavier than I thought I was gonna be able to, but we're gonna run over form really quickly here. I have to say, the biggest, I don't want to say complaint, question or issue I hear about when it comes to cable kickbacks, so many people feel it in their standing leg aka their non-working leg. And I just feel like my biggest answer is usually that it's just because that leg is weak. Like, that should go away with time as you keep doing them and you gain more strength in that standing leg / your standing leg gets used to that load and stimulus. Just over time, it's obviously gonna get stronger, and then you should be able to actually feel it in your working leg rather than having this compensate. I also would say to go down in weight and really focus on mind to muscle connection and focus on the glute that you're working. That also should really help. So like, start with lower weight and then just give yourself time and give yourself time for this working leg to actually gain up strength. And also definitely be prioritizing unilateral movements in your training if you're not already. So you're actually prioritizing single leg strength. That's very different than bilateral movement. So do more lunges, even like single leg extensions, etc. That will help a lot. So for cable kickbacks, I always hold on to the cables with both hands in some sense to stabilize myself. I come in and get a really nice athletic stance that's right on my Achilles tendon. I hated that, okay? And then I keep a nice athletic stance, so I have a bend in my leg. This is also gonna protect our knee. We never wanna be locking out. That's just gonna put our knee in a very stressful position in a place that's very vulnerable to injury. So you wanna have a nice stable base, keep a nice loose bent leg here, and then you wanna keep that core nice and tight. I'm not arching my back, I'm not curving my back, I'm keeping a nice long neutral spine. My core is nice and tight, and I'm basically driving with my heel out. I also like to bend my leg as I come in, because of my height. My leg will hit the ground if I don't, but also it helps to get more glute focus rather than hamstring focus. If you're feeling it more in your hamstrings, then do what I'm doing and really get a bend in your knee to shift more focus to your glutes. My butt cheek is feeling this right now, you guys. I don't even know what I'm on. I think I'm gonna do, I think this is 10, 11, oh man, 15, oh. Those felt good. I had really good mind to muscle connection on those. Sometimes those are hit or miss, not gonna lie. Woohoo, we're done. Now I'm gonna be reviewing this, rating this based off of just like straight up technique in terms of optimal and most efficient way to build muscle, essentially, is how I'm looking at this. Not necessarily like if you're wanting to move your body, great, go for it. If you want to have fun with your workout, great, go for it. But like if you're trying to build muscle efficiently, effectively, and just having good technique like in your workout structure, that's how I'm going to be rating this. So hip thrust, I have to say hip thrust for like the backbone of this workout, and without that, this workout would be trash. I was always really big on supersetting like my hip thrust with some sort of like lighter banded movement or something of the sorts. I don't want to say it's like bad and you should never do it. I just definitely want to say it's optimal. I think it's a great way to like fatigue the glutes even more. But if your main goal is muscle growth and you're trying to go through like a strict muscle building phase, you really want to be prioritizing progressively overloading mainly through weight. This is a great way to increase like time under tension by supersetting, but still I just would always prefer someone to be pushing weight first and like actually focus on increasing their weight as much as possible before like just kind of doing this jazzercising around the main exercise, you know what I'm saying? Especially something that's so important as your first compound movement. That's something that you really should try to be going as heavy as possible, really clean reps as possible. Like now really isn't the time to be fatiguing your muscles and doing like a burnout. That should theoretically be something closer towards the end of the workout. However, again, it's not awful to do from time to time. Side lunges and then the back extension, I just felt like we already went straight into isolation work. Like that's how I felt with this whole workout. I just felt like it was all kind of jazzercise-y a little bit, like kind of just minutia exercises. Like maybe you choose 1 to 2 of these to do in a workout, but not have them be the whole entire workout. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed in my path self. Not really, but like I thought I knew more than this, I guess, in 2020. I guess I have learned a lot since then. But like there was no mindfulness of like exercise mechanics at all in this workout, like trying to have different varieties of like a squat, a unilateral movement, a hip hinge movement. Like there's none of that. So I do like side lunges. I love that exercise, but I like to like finish with that at the end. Back extensions, again, that's something I like to finish at the end. Like we really only had one main big bilateral compound movement. I guess pull throughs was kind of it. Okay, moving on. Cable pull throughs with duck walks. I still like cable pull throughs. Like I said, I think they're great if you're a beginner, if you're not someone who's already lifting a ton of weight. Doing RDLs, it's a great way. It's a great exercise to add into your routine. It's super easy to set up, especially for a beginner. The duck walks, I didn't feel like we're doing a ton, again, other than just like burning out your legs. I just felt like this was not an optimal muscle building workout. I don't know how else to explain it. Like I felt like maybe some of these you could do in like a full body day or like a HIIT circuit or like a functional circuit or something, but like for a generic like weightlifting session with the intention to build muscle, I just would never program this now. Finishing off with kickbacks, I still love that exercise to this day, and that's a great one to finish with. I just would have loved to see more compound movements that yielded more weight. You could only load side lunges, back extensions, cable pull throughs, duck walks like with so much weight, you know? So I would have loved to see more actual compound movements, focusing on good form, full range of motion, etc. A lot of these were isolation movements that you should really only be picking like 2 to 3 to finish off your workout with. There's also a 7 exercises here, and this was like my era when I would hit legs for like 2 hours every time I hit legs. Like I would do 7 to 8 exercises like a maniac. I know not all these were compound movements, and you know, a lot of them were supersets, but now to this day I only will do like 4 to 6 exercises max. And like if I'm doing 6, usually one is kind of like a light superset, you know, to keep my heart rate up or something. Also was on the long end. To be honest, I really didn't like this. I'm just gonna be brutally honest with myself. I just was also not vibing with the workout. I just felt like I was jazzercising the whole time. So I'm gonna overall give this like a 4 out of 10, to be honest. That's it for this workout though. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was somewhat amusing, edumacating, you know what I'm saying? I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.